Welcome to Cinema Surgery. 2024 has brought us some incredible and record-breaking films, but today we're looking ahead to what's shaping up to be an epic year for cinema in 2025, from superhero blockbusters to heartfelt animations and even the return of some long-lost franchises. This year's lineup has something for everyone, so grab some popcorn and get ready as we dive into the most anticipated movie releases coming your way in 2025. Starting off the year strong, January has some absolute heavy hitters. Wolfman, releasing on the 17th of January, offers a fresh and chilling take on the werewolf legend, with the tagline, "What if someone you loved became something else?" Christopher Abbott stars as Blake, a father who inherits his childhood home in rural Oregon after his father's disappearance. With his marriage to Charlotte, played by Julia Garner, on the rocks, he persuades her to visit the remote property with their daughter. Upon arrival, the family is attacked by a mysterious creature and take refuge inside. As the night unfolds, Blake starts behaving strangely, and Charlotte must face the terrifying possibility that the real danger might be within their own home. On the 14th of February, Captain America Brave New World arrives, with Anthony Mackie taking on the mantle of Captain America. The film promises high-stakes action with a global conspiracy, with Harrison Ford debuting as General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, who transforms into the Red Hulk. In an interview with GQ, Ford explained his decision to join the MCU, noting that he enjoys participating in a new part of the business that provides great experiences for audiences. On the 7th of March, Sinners, directed by Ryan Coogler and starring Michael B. Jordan and Haley Steinfeld, follows twin brothers who return to their hometown only to face a terrifying evil from their past. Written and directed by Coogler, Sinners is a vampire thriller that was highly anticipated after Warner Brothers won the rights in a heated bidding war. The first trailer teases intense action and supernatural elements as Jordan's character reveals, "I ain't never seen no demons, no ghosts, no magic, till now." Then, on the 21st of March, Disney's live-action Snow White hits cinemas, starring Rachel Zegler as Snow White and Gal Gadot as the Evil Queen. This adaptation promises to bring a darker take on the classic fairy tale to life, while still maintaining its central love story. Zegler recently addressed backlash over her previous comments on the original film, explaining that her remarks about updating the story were taken out of context. She clarified that the love story remains integral, but that Snow White in this version is also focused on becoming a strong leader, reflecting a more modern portrayal of the character. That same day, Alto Nights, directed by Barry Levinson and starring Robert De Niro and Shogun's breakout star Cosmo Jarvis, follows mob bosses Vito Genovese and Frank Costello, whose power struggle escalates after a failed assassination attempt in 1957. First up, on the 4th of April, we've got a Minecraft movie, the live-action adaptation of the beloved game, starring Jason Momoa and Jack Black. Despite its massive popularity, over 300 million copies sold, the film's first trailer sparked backlash for its visuals, with fans questioning the decision to use live action rather than animation. Nonetheless, Minecraft remains a global phenomenon, with over 1 trillion views of its content on YouTube. Mickey 17 is directed by Oscar-winning filmmaker Bong Joon-ho and stars Robert Pattinson as Mickey, a cloned worker on a mission to prepare the ice world of Nilfheim for human colonization. Mickey, an expendable, is reprinted every time he dies, but a malfunction leads to the simultaneous existence of both Mickey 17 and Mickey 18, which threatens the mission. Bong describes it as the most human story I've ever made, while the film explores human survival and the absurdities of capitalism. The film also stars Toni Collette and Mark Ruffalo as an anti-expendable politician. Closing out April, on the 25th, is The Accountant 2, where Ben Affleck returns as Christian Wolf. Written by Bill Dubuque, who penned the first installment, the sequel also stars J.K. Simmons, Daniela Pineda, and John Bernthal. The first film earned $155 million globally and was the most rented digital film of 2017. Now, May is when things start to really heat up. Kicking off the month, Thunderbolts, Marvel's answer to the Suicide Squad, hits cinemas on the 2nd of May. This team of anti-heroes featuring Florence Pugh, Sebastian Stan, David Harbour and Harrison Ford comes together for a high-stakes mission. The film, directed by Jake Schreier, promises plenty of action and intrigue as reformed supervillains are recruited for dangerous government missions. On the 23rd of May, you'll need to trust Tom Cruise one last time as he returns as Ethan Hunt in Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, the newly titled and seemingly final chapter of the franchise. A trailer has just dropped promising more jaw-dropping stunts, epic locations, and Cruise defying all logic once again. The intriguing synopsis hints at the gravity of the story. Our lives are the sum of our choices. And on the 30th of May, Karate Kid Legends hit cinemas, blending tradition with fresh energy. Starring Ben Wang as new student Li Fong, the film reunites franchise icons Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio, who must team up to mentor the young fighter. The trailer, revealed at New York Comic Con, teases intense training scenes as Mr. Han, played by Chan, and Daniel LaRusso, obviously Ralph Macchio, navigate their differing teaching styles. On the 6th of June, Ballerina, a John Wick spin-off, stars Ana de Armas as a highly trained assassin seeking revenge. The film has undergone significant changes, with Ian McShane revealing that much of the movie has been reshot, not simply reshoots, under the direction of Chad Stahelski, who stepped in to take over from original director Len Wiseman. Despite this, the film remains one of the most anticipated action movies of the year, tying directly into the John Wick universe. On the 13th of June, Pixar's Elio will take us on an intergalactic adventure where a young boy is mistaken for Earth's ambassador by aliens. That same day, the live-action How to Train Your Dragon breathes new life into the beloved animation trilogy. On the 20th of June, 28 years later, the chilling continuation of the post-apocalyptic franchise that began with 28 Days Later hit cinemas. With Cillian Murphy returning and Danny Boyle and Alex Garland back at the helm, this sequel promises to reignite the terror and intensity of the original. Shot using adapted iPhone 15s, the $75 million production becomes the largest film to date filmed with smartphones. On June the 27th, two major releases hit the big screen. F1, a high-octane racing drama starring Brad Pitt and Javier Bardem. The film follows a former Formula One driver who comes out of retirement to mentor and team up with a younger driver. That same day, Megan 2.0 sees the AI doll return for more chilling terror. On the 2nd of July, Jurassic World Rebirth brings dinosaurs back to the big screen. Set 5 years after Dominion, the film follows an expedition led by covert operations expert Zora Bennett, played by Scarlett Johansson, on a top-secret mission to secure genetic material from the world's 3 largest dinosaurs for a groundbreaking medical breakthrough. Directed by Gareth Edwards and written by Jurassic Park screenwriter David Koepp, the film also stars Rupert Friend and Jonathan Bailey. Johansson, a longtime fan of the franchise, expressed her excitement about finally joining the series, describing the experience as life-changing and mind-blowing. On July the 11th, Superman soars into cinemas in James Gunn's highly anticipated take on the Man of Steel. David Corenswet stars as Clark Kent, bringing a fresh vision of Superman alongside his superpowered dog Krypto. Gunn has teased that fans can expect extraordinary performances, saying David Corenswet is going to blow people the F away. He is the movie star that everyone just dreams he could possibly be. Gunn also praised Corenswet's talent both dramatically and comedically, and called him the best physical action star I've probably ever worked with. Rachel Brosnahan joins the cast as Lois Lane, with Gunn adding, "People are going to die for her." The film also stars Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, and many more. Gunn confirmed that Krypto was inspired by his own dog Ozu, whose challenging behaviour after being adopted helped shape the character and story. On the 18th of July 2025, I Know What You Did Last Summer returns to cinemas, reviving the iconic teen horror thriller with original cast members Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. For something more whimsical, the Smurfs movie bringing a touch of magic to the big screen. Kurt Russell and Hannah Waddingham join the fun, with Rihanna lending her voice as Smurfette. Rounding out the month on the 25th of July is The Fantastic Four: First Steps, as Marvel's first family of superheroes finally makes their MCU debut. Pedro Pascal stars as Reed Richards, with Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, and the film is set to bring a fresh take on these beloved characters. Kirby, excited about her role, said, "It's quite surreal. I'm loving Sue. I love her so much. I love her in the comics. I'm honored to play her." She also praised working alongside Pascal, calling him everything and highlighting the fun they're having on set. With such strong casting and the introduction of these iconic characters to the MCU, fans can expect an exciting and magical debut. On the 1st of August, Naked Gun, a comedic reboot of the Leslie Nielsen classic starring Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson, hit cinemas, with Neeson admitting he was madly in love with her during filming. The Bad Guys 2 returns, following the crew of reformed animal criminals as they're pulled out of retirement for one last heist by an all-female squad. Sam Rockwell, Mark Maron, Craig Robinson, Anthony Ramos, Awkwafina, Zazie Beetz, and Richard Ayoade all reprise their roles. On the 15th of August, we get Nobody 2 with Bob Odenkirk returning for more vigilante justice, and Animal Friends, a comedy adventure full of laughs. Animal Friends features an all-star cast including Ryan Reynolds, Jason Momoa, Vince Vaughn and Aubrey Plaza, and blends live action with animated characters in an R-rated road trip adventure. On the 5th of September, The Conjuring Last Rites delivers another terrifying chapter in the paranormal saga, with Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga returning as Ed and Lorraine Warren in what is expected to be the final installment. Wrapping up September, 2 big horror releases hit on the 26th. Saw 11 with more deadly traps, and The Bride, a horror thriller set in 1930 Chicago. Directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal, the film follows Frankenstein and Dr. Euphronius as they bring a murdered woman back to life as the bride, sparking romance, police interest, and radical social change. Starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Christian Bale, and Jessie Buckley, The Bride promises a unique and eerie twist on a classic tale. On the 3rd of October, Michael, a biopic about the King of Pop, takes us through the iconic and complex life of Michael Jackson. On the 10th of October, Tron Ares sees a highly advanced program, Ares, sent from the digital world into the real world on a dangerous mission. Starring Evan Peters, Greta Lee, Jodie Turner-Smith, Gillian Anderson, and Jared Leto, this chapter promises intense action and stunning visuals. Then on the 17th of October, The Black Phone 2 returns to terrify audiences with its supernatural thrills. After the success of the first film, which grossed over $160 million on a modest $16 million budget, director Scott Derrickson returns for the sequel along with the original cast. Derrickson has described the film as a high school coming-of-age movie, taking the next step in Finney Shaw's journey, with Mason Thames reprising his role as Finney. Ethan Hawke also returns as the Grabber, with new cast member Demian Bashir joining the lineup. Inspired by a new idea from author Joe Hill, Derrickson promises a sequel that could be as good as, if not better than, the first. On the 24th of October, Mortal Kombat 2 returns with brutal action, continuing the epic tournament and introducing Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. The sequel aims to surpass the 2021 reboot, which had 17 fights, by delivering an impressive 27 battles. Mehcad Brooks, who reprises his role as Jax, revealed that great care was taken to ensure the fight scenes are more impactful this time around, addressing one of the key criticisms of the first film. Expect more iconic characters and thrilling martial arts sequences. On November the 7th, Predator Badlands arrives in cinemas, marking the return of the iconic alien hunter to the big screen. Directed by Prey filmmaker Dan Trachtenberg and starring Elle Fanning, this new installment follows the success of the 2022 hit Prey. Then on the 14th of November, The Magician Thieves return in Now You See Me 3, delivering more mind-bending heists and high-stakes tricks. On the 26th of November, Wicked Part 2 brings the magical land of Oz back, continuing the story of the Witchers. That same day, Disney's animated Animals return in Zootopia 2, as brave rabbit cop Judy Hopps and her sly friend Nick Wilde team up again to crack their most perilous and intricate case yet. On December the 5th, the creepy animatronics are back in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. This time, fans will encounter Toy Freddy, a major addition from the 2014 video game, confirming that the sequel draws heavily from its namesake. On the 19th of December, Avatar: Fire and Ash transports us once again to Pandora for more breathtaking visuals and epic storytelling. Directed by James Cameron, who is committed to handling Avatar 4 and 5 as well, unless, as he jokingly said, he gets hit by a bus, the film promises to explore darker themes with the introduction of the Ash People, a new Na'vi clan led by Una Chaplin's character, Varang. And to close out the year, the SpongeBob movie Search for SquarePants hit cinemas on the 19th of December, with SpongeBob embarking on a new underwater adventure full of humour. In a surprise live appearance, legendary actor Mark Hamill announced his role as the Flying Dutchman in the film, adding to the excitement for fans of the beloved franchise. 2025 is stacked with incredible releases, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. Which movie are you most excited to see? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more updates on these films and more.